Okay. What I want to talk about today is something called the Playfair Cipher. This is going to be a bit of a different cipher than what we've seen before, because this is a digraph cipher. And what this means is that instead of now enciphering and deciphering codes one character at a time, we're going to go 2 characters at a time. So what this means is that if we have something like A, B, C, D, E, F, right, we're gonna encode and decode 2 characters at a time. So this is what it means for it to be a digraph cipher. Okay, so how does this work? These are the rules of how the cipher table works. So let's just take a look at it. So this first rule is saying if we come across, this is going from plain text to encryption. What this rule is saying is if we have 2 characters that are in the same column, then to encrypt them we shift each character down by 1. So for example, if I have something like WX, we see that they're in the same column. We're gonna shift them down. So this is gonna become TP. Okay, so this is rule 1. And then rule 2 is just the analog of this for rows. So if we have something like ET, right, these are in the same row, we're gonna shift it over to the right by 1. So this is gonna become UG. And then this last one, if they're not in the same row or the same column, then you're forced to use rule 3, which just says if we have 2 characters like A and L, we can think of it like this, like a rectangle or a square, then we just move to the other diagonal here. So if we have AL, right, this is then going to become AL is going to become IH. So AL is become IH. Yeah, and then so this is okay. So now we just this is a nuance of this cipher. Because we want to create a square grid and we have 26 letters in the alphabet, we have to make a compromise somewhere. So we put I and J together, and these will be read contextually. So like if you're encoding or decoding, like you have to kind of read into the context of, okay, does this make sense for this to be an I or a J? But okay, so I think now to really solidify this, like let's just take a look at an example. And obviously it's more fun to like decipher than like figure out like decipher than encode something. So I made an example. Okay, so first we just write, this is how you would like see it laid out, right? Okay, so this is our encryption, and we're trying to go back to plain text to figure out what this is saying. So we're just gonna reverse all these rules. So what we want to do is just right now, if in the same column, instead of going down, because we're trying to go the other way around, we want to look up. And then if in the same row, we look left, not right. And then this one, it's kind of stays the same, but we just look on the other side of the diagonal. But okay, so now let's take a look at this, right? We have O and E are in the same column, so we're going to use well, rule 1, the opposite of rule 1, but we're going to use rule 1 here. And so we're going to say, okay, we're going to look up from O and up from E, so this is going to become EA. Okay. CM are in the same column, so the same rule here. So C is going to go to S, M is going to go to Y. Okay. AM, where we're going to use our diagonal rule here, so this is going to go to DO. YH, right, this is going to go to ES. And then WG is gonna go to IT, right? And for this one, right, obviously, like, this is kind of a good example of reading the context here, right? It's not gonna, if this is trying to say easy does it, it's not gonna say like easy does JT, so we know it's gonna be an I here, not a J. And yeah, that's the Playfair Cipher.